we'll be talking about Sharmeen Obaid Chinoy today. She obviously did Pakistan proud yesterday. Lekin phir, since yesterday we've been hearing stories about people actually criticizing her. So what would you guys say? I mean,
Hold on, did you introduce yourself to the audience?
I didn't know I was supposed to work. You'd rather do it.
So, like the tradition, we have a new Infamous 5, new person in Infamous 5, and he is...
Fahad. Hi.
Hi.
Apparently.
Apparently. So yeah, the topic of discussion for today is Sharmeen Chinoy and her...
the criticism she's getting.
No.
Yeah.
No.
She won Oscar.
I wanted to start with a good thing
Big
first.
thing,
So she's
Oscar.
won the Oscar, and bravo.
Absolutely.
She's done Pakistan proud.
It is remarkable. It is remarkable. The more you say, you know, it really is a remarkable.
I mean, I remember
achievement.
last year when India won that award for some Jai Ho.
Slumdog Millionaire.
I said Jai Ho. Thanks.
Yeah.
I said Jai Ho. So yeah.
That was a signature.
So I was thinking, yeah, one day I want to see Pakistan there, and I didn't know it would be this soon. But to be followed were the criticism from our own Pakistanis regarding the way she was dressed up, regarding the subject of her documentary, how she is not a representative of a Muslim state. I mean, seriously, guys.
Honestly, I thought she looked really nice in what she was wearing.
criticism ये भी आया था कि how is an American award so such a nice thing, and how does it give her value, and is it that important?
It's an Oscar award. It's not about it being an American award. It's about it being an award for what she did. It's a great
It's one of
achievement.
the biggest award you could ever get.
Yeah.
Oscar is the one.
You know, this was inevitable. It was going to come. You know, at the moment you heard about the documentary, the way she was dressed up, this was going to happen. Actually, I was actually surprised that it hasn't happened to the extent that I thought it would happen, which is probably because there's so much positivity, there's so many people who are actually backing her that you aren't actually hearing it as much as you thought you would.
But it's funny how people are criticizing the subject of a documentary where without even watching the trailer or the documentary as a whole, they just started on saying that she's shown the negative side of Pakistan and how women are poorly treated in our society. I mean, did you even bother watching the trailer? I did, honestly. Yesterday, I went in and I saw the trailer, and it is all about showing how these females, the only sad side of the story, which is being portrayed to the entire world, but they do not show what happens after that and how many institutes or organizations are actually working for their rehabilitation and providing them opportunities. So I guess, again, a nation of criticism. Instead of a nation of criticism, never happy.
Absolutely. We need to find problems, don't we?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, one of the criticisms is the fact that they're showing a negative side of Pakistan. Whereas, if you actually hear, one of the things she said was that yes, it does show, you know, does show ground realities in Pakistan, but then it shows people who are working on the ground to make those things better.
Right.
And we aren't really the first country, you know, that's actually shown a problem. If you look at India, they had this movie last year, don't remember what it was called. It was something about the quota system there. And you know how there's this quota system in education for the lower castes, and how you know, it's actually bad for productivity, the whole argument. So you know, I think all these documentaries is, I think I can't remember, it's a very typical Hindi word. So all these documentaries are important. And I think what it really shows to the world is that there are Pakistanis who do care, there are Pakistanis who do help, that Pakistan is not just a country about extremism and nukes, which is, seriously, I know this sounds cliched, but it's all Western media talks about.
And it's just when a female from Pakistan decided to show another side of the story, thanks to our own nation and our own people who actually were the first one to criticize her for the work, which I'm sure has just given a completely different image. I mean, if you and I cannot support her, we cannot expect anyone from outside Pakistan to come and support her. And right now, that's what's happening. We also heard some other criticism, which...
I think it was created that Morgan Freeman was found, and the video is there that he's not clapping for her. While they show Sandra Bullock right before him, 5 seconds before him. She's like very excited and she's clapping. When they shift the camera towards him, he's not clapping.
She appreciates her work.
She had tears in her eyes.
Yeah.
She appreciates her work.
I guess there's a
She's a
contrast
female.
there, but
I guess
then-
it was that female.
I think,
just
I
a
think
female
we read,
and male.
I think we're reading too much into
It's
it.
also
I would
depends
clap
on the work and how much you relate, or
Exactly.
you know, you relate
Absolutely.
yourself to that story.
Maybe
so
he
maybe
just didn't
Sandra
like it.
Bullock
What's the big
related
deal?
herself
Maybe
to
he
a
was
bit too
tired
much.
and he was
Yeah.
just tired, too
Or
tired to
maybe
clap.
he didn't like it.
And where
so
did that
what?
news come from?
It was just an afwa.
But was it
Rumor.
local or?
Local.
Ah, there you
It has to be
go.
local.
Local.
It has to be, right? We cannot just appreciate good
one
things.
person who's not clapping.
Mhm.
इतने मजमे में
हाँ,
they find
एक
this one
group
person who's
maybe
not
because he's
clapping.
like a popular celebrity.
But why is it that we
Focus on
criticize?
it.
Why can't we just learn to
Right,
appreciate
who knew
work?
And what about what she was
So,
Maybe
wearing?
I
because
think
we're
don't
jealous कि उसने accomplish कर लिया हम इतने काबिल नहीं रहे.
Nah, it just generally
It's
What
not-
then?
I mean, it's just one of those things, you know. It was bound to happen. Like I said, they were going to criticize the way she dresses, the way she does this. At the end of the day, there's so many people. I mean, if you heard about what, and you know, apparently Angelina Jolie came up to her backstage and she congratulated her. She said that she's done a lot for Pakistan,
Yeah.
but she has.
Yeah,
she
because
came here
Angelina
during the
Jolie
floods.
herself has done
So
things.
you are
Exactly. I mean,
for
I think
Pakistan.
Pakistan's image is made a lot worse. I'm sorry I'm getting political, but the fact that the Prime Minister invited her to dinner and got his family flown in from
Yeah.
Multan to meet her, I think that sends a bad image about Pakistan to the world. I think that brings into question whether we should be getting all this assistance and aid. Not her, for God's sake. You should be proud of her. She's a hero. Now, I, for one, will be going to the airport to welcome her.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
She is a hero.
There you go. I think other
When is
people
she
are
coming
appreciating
back?
her work more than we do.
When is she coming back?
I don't know. About 8-10 days, she'd probably be giving interviews, doing a bit more PR.
Yeah.
But the point again is, I think we need to stop criticizing and appreciate good work. And
Citizens
it's
should appreciate her work.
yeah.
What about her clothes? What about her clothes?
Yeah, I don't know,
The
but
sleeveless thing
So-
and that she was wearing a gown. Some did not.
she's
see
not a
what she was
representative of.
She was wearing a shalwar kameez. from
She
what
was
I
wearing
know.
desi.
It was just
she wore a
sleeveless.
desi throughout.
wearing. Yeah.
The designer.
Yeah, one was
basically-
from
Jewelry was
Bancho
also from
Kazmi, the other one
Pakistani
was from
designer.
Sana Safina. So she did basically, you know,
And she made a
highlight.
point to that. She said
Yeah.
that she would only go for
And why do we
Pakistani.
judge people from the way they're dressed up? I mean, they
It
can be
was
dressed up the
probably
way
the
they
conservative
want
part
to.
of Pakistan, which was like, you know.
And you
Yeah,
aren't
but
hearing
somehow-
it that much. I mean, like I said, and that's only because, you know, there have been so many people who actually backed her. It's been drowned to some extent. You know, in other cases, there are cases where, you know, the conservative side does actually. I wouldn't call it conservative. You know, I don't like boxing things. It's more like criticism for the sake of criticism.
I
So,
guess people
Negative
have,
criticism,
I guess, but
not
the whole
constructive.
point is that we have more important issues that need to be criticized and that needs to be
Absolutely.
dealt with. But this, I guess,
This should just
someone's
be
achieved and let's
appreciated.
just learn to appreciate as a
back
nation.
her. She's. I mean, we 180 million people. You should all back her. She has done Pakistan proud. At the end of the day, I don't understand why we have to criticize everyone who does something good for the country.
Exactly. And I guess that's what we're going to leave you with a thought and your views, your comments on this particular topic. Send it on the email address that is appearing on the screen, and I guess we will sign off now, saying goodbye.
Bye bye.